Hello everybody, I'm CarlRyds and welcome to episode 12 of CarlRyds Plays SimCity. In this episode we're going to be working on our Birmingham city, the brand new city that we started in the last episode. And as we can see here, we need some more water. But we don't have the money for it at the moment, but we are making nearly 4,000 per month, so we should be able to get some money there and put in some plants, some water pumping stations, and we'll bob that just up here somewhere. Let's see, maybe if we move that road back a little bit, get rid of these, we'll be able to do that no problem whatsoever, and then we can start working again on our specialization. So as we know, our specialization is our drilling, and that's what we're going to be doing to make our city some lovely monies. So if we move this back a little bit and this way, there we go. So we can now add in our water pumping station into here, and we should be able to get a load of water from that and make our city have lots of lovely water. So we're currently mining coal, 4 delivery trucks, and we're taking it over to our coal trading centre. Now what I actually want to do as well is look at how we're doing in terms of City Hall. So we're nearly up to enough residents. Police station right there. Do we have fire service yet? I remember from the last episode, we do have a casino, but it is making a loss at the moment, which isn't great. So I think what we actually need is some more residents. So I'm gonna bob in a fire station down here, just so we have that. And we're gonna need some fire coverage for neighbours is available, so that's Red Cross, and that's too much. So what we really need to do is add in some more residents. So if we take this down here, like so, and we should be able to start bobbing in some residents in these areas here, and getting it all up and running. Do that, and we can also bob in some commercial along this area here. So we've got a nice main road with all the commercial and then all of our utilities behind it right here. We're still having water is polluted. That's not great. We're gonna have to look at that, but for the minute we don't really have anything we can do until we get some more money in the bank, and then we can build things like treatment centres and get rid of this, because we're currently just getting by in terms of waste and that at the moment, and we do need some medical as well. There's fires in the London city, that's not great. I'll tell you what we do need to do. If we add in a university, we can't do hazmat. We can't do hazmat without a university in the city, which is bad because that's what's happening in London. Basically, the London city is has a hazmat fire, has hazmat fires. So it means that, you know, it's pretty bad there at the moment. We can't do anything about it because we don't have a hazmat department, because we need universities and things like that in the city. Right, let's see what's going on here. Well, that's not great. So, right. So that was on fire. These are being rebuilt at the moment. I don't think it's actually too bad. Birmingham students commuting to local schools. So our Birmingham students are going to the London schools at the moment until we get our own. Shoppers arriving daily from Birmingham. So there's money here. We're making 2,500. So if we go out to the region, might send a little bit of money over to Birmingham just so we can build some more stuff. This is what's great about the region system in SimCity, is it means that you can send money and stuff over. So if we look at, say, 200? 250? Yeah, 250. Send that over. So that's going over to Birmingham right now, and then we can build things like healthcare and stuff like that in the region. And we're back in Birmingham. So the first thing I want to do is build a hospital over here somewhere. Could be a good place to put it. So we got health coverage for neighbours available as well. What we really need is some more people, because that's the only way we're going to grow this city. It's by having lots of people. So this is going to be commercial area, this little bit here. I'm going to split this into two. Up to there. I've got these kind of weird roads. I don't know what I was thinking when I started this city, but I just kind of went with it. I think it looks kind of cool, but it's not completely practical. As you can see, the game's having a hard time working out where to put the guidelines because of my weird, very weird layouts. But it's all good. It's all good. So there we go, they're all in there. So we've got commercial here, but maybe a little bit of commercial down here might work out. Split some more of these areas up as well, because at the minute we're not really using space that effectively. So if we do this, we should end up with more Sims, and obviously that'll help us get to the next goal on our town hall and everything we want to do within the city. There we go, so we'll pop those in there, and one last little bit, and now we should end up with more people coming in to our city. So we're now making a profit on the gambling house. We needed to do a sewage treatment plant, which we're going to do. Don't want to put it... The wind's going that way. Okay. So, obviously wind turbines are going to go along there, at least for the foreseeable. If I put it there, that should be fine. And if we bob in some of these tanks, that should be enough for now. And then we can get rid of this one, because this one is very bad for like ground pollution and stuff. If you remember, in London we had a big ground pollution problem because of the use of those, but unfortunately at the start of a game you kind of have to use them, the start of a city, because otherwise you end up where you just literally don't have the money to be able to afford the better systems. So if we bob some more commercial in here, and we dezone this, and if we turn it into Can I not rezone it? There we go. And we turn it into London's garbage trucks look to keep Birmingham clean. So we're sharing resources at the moment. We're sharing them with London. London's sharing some of its resources with us. So we can do all of the good stuff that we need to. Together, working together in the region as one government. So if we bob this down here. There we go. And now we should be able to get some more sims. Because the cities are so small in SimCity, you kind of have to pack everyone in like sardines. In the future, I will be paying City Skylines as I believe that's what it's called, City Skylines. Sounds, I think that's it. I think that's right. Anyway, so that will be being played in the future, and I believe it handles these kind of things very differently to how SimCity does. I've played with it a little bit, but not too much. But I've heard that it handles like roads and population, and the cities are bigger, and it handles it all differently. So it'd be fun to kind of play this, then play that, and kind of see what's different between the two games, and what we can do in each of them. Water is polluted. So we have sewage treatment plants. So we have a water pumping station, but it doesn't have a thingy, does it? That's what we need, a filtration pump. Add one of those in. Not enough semicolons. How much do we need? 60,000. Need 60,000 for that. It's expensive, isn't it? 51. This city is majorly in debt at this point. I don't think I'm managing this pretty well at the moment, but there's now a filtration system in place, so it should be reducing the number of water that's polluted in the city. Okay, so that should hopefully sort that out. And what's this? Sewage problems, sewage problems. It seems to be going pretty fast. I know there's a lot to get through, and it is all going down that one road, so it might be worth putting in a road at this end as well, just so we have it kind of spaced out a little bit, like so. Now if we go into here, it should be going up there and there, which it is, so it's going round to it from both of them. Right there, as you can see, it's coming from that way and that way as well. So hopefully that'll speed things up. Is there any more? Ah, there is. That's not good. I didn't realise there was two of them. Let's get rid of that. Like so. We don't need these either. So we get rid of this entire little bit and we can use it for something else. I'll do it. I love it how in SimCity you have to like authorize every little bit. There we go. So all that's gone now. So we should be treating 100% of it now, which we are, which is really good. There you go. The pollution level has gone right down now. There's still some buildings have polluted water, but as it goes round and clears all that pollution out, we should be in a situation where it's a lot better. And we have an upgrade. So we've nearly got an upgrade to the town hall, but we have the ability to build the mayor's house. So that's my little house in the country. I'm not going to build it near the industrial area because that would be weird. Maybe just build it just like next to the town hall there. Because all these people are now really happy that I'm... you see all that happiness spreading because I've just built my house. They love it. They love it. Look at my approval rating. It's like 78% approval rating. A lot of politicians would kill for that kind of approval rating in real life. But let's look now at health. Lots of health issues. So we're covering that with those. I think what we need is more like ambulances and stuff. Let's see what we've got. So, of course we need a big sign. Every good hospital needs a big sign. Ambulance bay. Bobbin ambulance. What's this? A wellness centre. Visits residents in your city. Helping Sims clean up. Reducing some of the germs that causes sickness. Prevention is better than cure. That's actually a pretty good idea. Pop one of those in. Waiting rooms, I think we're okay. Emergency centres, that's like A&E. So pop an A&E unit in. What's that? Advanced science enables better. So that's kind of like is that kind of like a research, but you need like a university and stuff for that. And a surgical centre again, university in the region. We might build a university city in the future. We'll have to see how that goes. I don't think we need any more like waiting areas and stuff. We're kind of half full on the waiting areas, which is interesting. We have 6 ambulances. So I think there's ambulances under here as well as that one there, but you can build loads of ambulances here. For that. I like the idea of the wellness centre though, that's actually kind of cool. 21,000 profit a day from gambling. Let's bob in a little... can't do park and ride yet because we need a bus shelter. So we bob that in. Yeah, I think next to the hospital is probably an okay place to put it. Like so. And now we can do things like park and ride in there. So everyone's able to get where they need to get in the city. And we can bob in some bus stops. What I might do instead is actually just put in park and rides. Because that you know, kind of tells people that I'd like you to get out of your cars. And you know, rather than just waiting on buses, you can actually get out of your car and go and wait for the bus. So bob a few of these in. I know we're getting rid of some houses, but I think it's a necessary thing to do in terms of the city. And I just clicked off it. So if we do that, I just think these are a better idea than just putting in bus stops, because it actually gives people an incentive to get out of their cars and continue their journey using public transport. Got one of those in there, one in there. This is where it becomes a little bit more tricky though, because you don't want to get rid of industry really to put these in. But if we put them kind of around the industry, it kind of ends up covering the areas that you need to anyway. So yeah, I think that's... we might have to put in a couple of bus stops just to fill in the gaps. But not too many of them, is what I'm saying. So one there, and one there. I think that's most of the areas covered now by the buses. So we should have people doing that, but now we are losing money. So that's not great. Let's bob in some more housing areas down here. So we go right to the edge of the city. Like so. And then we can bob these roads in. And make some more areas for our Sims to live in. So if we just finish this area, we should then... We should maybe get to our town hall upgrade as well, which would be really good. Because we'll get another kind of department of government in the region. So we just go through all these now and bob them in, and you can see people already moving into the areas as I'm zoning them in. So people are really, really hyped to live in the Birmingham city of our little region here. And how are we doing in terms of here? So 21,000 a day profit on there. This is mining. This is working. So coal storage. London ambulance races to the rescue. Did we run out of? Did we run out of ambulances? Let's have a look at what we're... So recent transactions. So that's us selling coal. Yeah, so if we manage global markets, yeah, we're exporting it at 6,000 per 10. So the more we're digging up, the more we have to sell. Robbers crossing borders from London, that's not good. But we can upgrade our town hall, which is really nice. Now we have one in the region, we have one of those in the region. The only thing we don't currently have in the region is a department of tourism. So that might be the one that we need to build here in Birmingham. So as you can see, we're still losing money at the moment. So what I might do is, I think we might go on a tax raising exercise. 12 and then 13 for high earners. That's still quite low tax rates if you think about it. But the Sims will complain about that as a tax rate. They will start protesting and telling me I don't know what I'm doing. But we'll place in... Oh dear. There's a meteor strike. Well... That's not great, is it? Well, that's the thumbnail for the episode. But our emergency services are now kicking into action. This fire service going absolutely crazy, and I think the London Fire Service are going to come over as well and help us out. Yeah, they're coming as well. My god, there's fires everywhere. The city is burning. The city is... Just as our city was getting on its feet, we've got this happening. Jeez. Thanks, SimCity. Look at all these fires. This fire engine's absolutely everywhere, trying to deal with this disaster. As you can see, there's police cars going everywhere as well, trying to sort things out. But we are... Oh dear. Yeah, this isn't good. Well, I'm gonna clean all this up, and I'll see you in the next episode of CarlRyds Plays SimCity, where hopefully we'll be back to normal next episode after I've got rid of all the rubble, got rid of all the abandoned buildings, and everything's rebuilt itself, and we'll get that Department of Culture at the start of episode 13. But for now, guys, I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and I'll see you in the next episode of CarlRyds Plays SimCity. You can also support me on Patreon if you wish to as well, the link's in the video description below. But that's it from me, thank you for watching, bye!